found a feather?
No, I like this thing.
Yeah.
I found feathers on the pillow.
Oh my goodness.
See?
I see it. Okay. Shh. Hello everyone and welcome to Candy's Crafty Corner. If you hear some noises in the background, I have a friend here today. I have my little bitty 3-year-old daughter, and if you hear her talking, yeah, we're just going to enjoy her sweet little voice. So I'm going on a cruise soon with my husband. We are going on an anniversary cruise. It was supposed to be for our honeymoon many years ago, but we are finally getting to go on it. And this video might date how long it takes me to actually get this out, because we are going in April of 2024. And I have made a journal to take on that cruise, and I just wanted to share it with y'all. I made some mistakes in this journal, but you know what? It's a journal for me, so I really don't mind that it has a couple of flaws. So we are going on, I think it would be considered a Caribbean cruise. We're going to Costa Maya, Roatan, Honduras, and Cozumel. So I have some stickers to bring along to decorate this as we go, because I didn't want to completely deck the thing out and then not like where I've put in some of the stickers. So let's go over the front of it first. But when I get inside, if you're wondering why there's stickers, that's why. So I did not know what I wanted to do for my cover. And then I started stamping on this very plain travel log paper, and I loved it. I loved the way it turned out, and I was like, you know what, that's it. That's all I'm going to do to it. So I just did some distressing stamps here, some of the like little splotch ones, and then I found some ones that kind of went with travel. I did the compass, and then this one says, "The world before us is a postcard, and I imagine the story we are writing on it." And since we are going on a grand adventure, I thought that that was fitting. So there is the cover. The spine I had covered in, I'll show you the paper that's on the inside. Actually, you can see a peek of it here. That's one of the things that was a little bit messed up on this one, is my fabric didn't come all the way to the edge, but that's fine. So I covered it in this paper first, and I didn't like how it was like creasing up and stuff, because paper eventually it starts, you know, splitting and getting really boogered up on the spine. So I covered it in this burlap to kind of reinforce it. I peeled out a couple of the strings at the end where it would be frayed, and then on the back again I had this very simple paper. This came from a Fly Away With Me collection. I forget what the brand was, but it was from several years ago, and I don't have a ton of it left, so what I did have was kind of plain.
Just get on the bed.
The kitty's on the bed? That's okay. He can be up there. Okay, so on the back here I did some more stamping, and then this one says, "What a wonderful world." Oh, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And then this one says, "It's all good, it's all good, it's all good." I have really bad anxiety, so I have stamps that kind of encourage me along throughout this whole thing. So "It's all good" really helps me out, and "It's a wonderful world" to remind me we live in a wonderful world and we need to go explore it. So there is that. Sorry I don't have a more aesthetically pleasing work surface. I think if I had a bigger mat, it would be better. Then it wouldn't be, you know, brown, gray, brown, pink, all the stuff. We're dealing with what we got, all right? So here is my book. I did put some metal things on the corners to reinforce them, and I did a gusseted pocket here, and those little corner end pieces were a little bit of a challenge to squeeze on there, since it was several layers of paper right here. And for this piece of paper, I brought the piece of paper over the side of the book, and I made my gusseted pocket out of that same piece of paper. So then I would have a nice edge here. And then I made a mistake here as well. If you can see this, I should have brought around my edge and glued it. Also, it was too short. I should have brought around my edge and glued it right here and then put this piece of paper down, but I didn't do that, but it's fine. So I am taking some stickers with me that I want to add on to some pages and stuff as we go. So I have this pack here. This was from Dollar Tree. This one was in some really old stickers I had, so I don't know. And since we are going to Cozumel, I'm gonna bring those. And then I used a couple off of this one. I want to say this was from Hobby Lobby, and I used a few off of that one. But I'm gonna take all of those with me. But I wanted a big gusseted pocket in the front where I could stick all of our papers and stuff that we get that I eventually want to put into my book. So one of the first things I have right here is a little matchbook. You can see it has a little piece of paper down here that holds the paper in, and this is just a simple little book. I haven't decorated this at all. I want to be able to take notes in here, any important information that we need to know. I wanted to be able to pop in here, and I decorated this with some of the stickers off of this page and a couple of stamps. You'll see the same stamps used throughout the whole thing. And then I just have a few little postcards and cards stuck in there. I like this one because it says welcome aboard. This is your passenger ticket and boarding and baggage check. So I'll be able to like put our actual boarding passes and stuff with this. I think that would be cute. This here is just some more little cards. Another, oh, I don't think I decorated. No, I didn't decorate the backs of these. When I give journals, I try to decorate the backs of them where there's, you know, interest everywhere. This one, I was running out of time and honestly steam on it, so I didn't decorate as heavily with this one. Boop. And then I put a doily and just glued it down where I could put some tags here. And I can journal on these little tags or add other little things into here. And this is just some graphing paper that I coffee dyed with a little bit of green ink. I have some vellum that was just added to interest. I made a little pocket that has nothing in it up here just by folding up the edge of that piece of paper. Some extra pages here just to add some interest and extra things to journal on. And left the pages just blank where I can add to it later. Same thing here, a couple of tickets tucked into the flap of this envelope, and I just glued down just here and here to make a pocket. It's at the center of the first signature. I love the feel of this paper. Here's an envelope that I can stick things in. I like that it says cabin baggage, so that's why I put it more towards the front. And I want to do a video of like decorating collage envelopes and stuff. I think that would be a fun thing to do. More of those pages. Like I said, I kept this one more plain because I'm really indecisive. It's hard for me to decide on, you know, what to do for sure on things sometimes, but that's okay. I know that about me, and that's why I left it more blank for myself. But maybe I should take that note and do more plain ones in the future. I don't know. I've had this for a while, and I just thought it was a pretty little extra, and I pulled up this corner and then hole punched it where I could glue the bow to the paper because I wanted this to be free. I could move it around, and then you can flip up the back of it and journal here. And then some more little postcards. I like the top of that one because it's like the old-timey picture with the people waiting for the boat. There's another doily here that has a tuck. And there's another pocket here. Another envelope. It opens up this way this time. In the very center of my book, I did this because it is a honeymoon trip. And so our love is spreading to another continent. And I think all the parts are shown on this map. I'm not sure, but I thought that was a good addition to this book. I put a little tag here. And I didn't have very many tags that actually said, you know, like where we're going. But this one said Mexico City. And I had already glued it to this piece of paper, so I was like, I'm going to throw it in there. It's a good addition either way. And this I got from Dollar Tree, and I just thought it was so pretty. And I was like, I'm taking that. I don't care that it doesn't match the colors. I'm taking it. And it came with like where you could put this on the front of a jar. And I was like, no, I want it like this. So as you can see, the back of it still has the barcode, but I just made it a pocket, and I don't know what I'll put in there, but whatever I do put in there, I'll be able to see it through this, and it'll have the seashells on it. I thought that was a really cool little use for that. Some more just like extra little papers, another doily tuck here. And this is like a double band. I have one going this way and one going this way. And I just did a layered tag on this piece of paper. And I like how the tag kind of sits above the band. I did another decorated envelope here. This one's in a little bit different style. So I can put stuff in there that I want to keep a hold of. Another little tag, and this tag has a tag inside of it. And I just have a whole bundle of these, and I just need to get rid of them. So figured since this was a nautical journal, throw those in there. And I just put it onto that postcard. See, if this was for someone else, I would not give it to them because it has that tear in it. But I don't care. I think that gives it interest. So I'm keeping it. So this is a double pocket here. As you can see, I slanted a piece of paper here this way, and then I had this piece of paper that was scraps that I didn't want to get rid of, so I just popped it on the corner here. Ooh, we just moved a whole dang table. And then I popped this telegraph and this ticket right there. This piece of paper I folded over to make a little side pocket here, and I could have made this a gusseted pocket and made it bigger, and I made the little finger pull there, make it easier to get stuff in there. This is a large heart doily. And this one I glued on either side and made a pull-out pocket this way. And I know that I'm going to sea and I have a ton of butterflies in here. I like butterflies, so I don't care. I didn't want fish all over this. I wanted butterflies, so that's what I did. I have this pocket here. I like how these petals and this ticket kind of overhang a little bit, if you can see that. The center of that signature. I love how this paper looks with this brown. Another little tuck using the back side of the envelope flap. Another envelope here, or a pocket. Extras. And this band, I didn't know what I was going to put here, but this is how it ended up. So I just put some washi tape and just did a whole bunch of stamps. I want to put some stamps on this one because it's really plain, but I did put this coy looking lady on the back. And the very end of it, I have another pocket. I did not do a gusseted pocket on the back side. I figured I had enough pockets by the time we got to here. But the very last thing I have at the very, very end is this little booklet. And if I didn't have enough room to write stuff, or if I wanted to do long form, I wanted a place to do that. So I made this little booklet. I made this simple little string closure for it. Put this lady on there, put some cruise adventures, did some wide washi tape and stamping on the back, and I simply just folded over a piece of paper and added some more paper inside. Made me a little booklet. Have this other little lady in here, and I just added stickers that I liked throughout this one and made me a tiny little book. And I like how some of it has lines, some of it doesn't. I can doodle on some of it if I want to. I loved that girl. So if you need a little bit of extra room in your journals, or if you're making a journal for someone that likes the long form writing, throw a booklet in. It's a great way to add extra space, and like literally just a scratch piece of paper, fold it over and put some embellishments on it, and you're ready to go. You got a booklet. Very easy to do. And then I just wrap my string around there. I put a brad here, wrap my string around the brad, and then I can tie it closed if I want to, or I can keep it just like that in my little pocket. So there we have it. There is my travel journal. Hopefully we will actually use it. Maybe I'll show it after I've added in all of my stuff, after it's all used. Maybe that would be an interesting thing to do like a before and after use kind of thing. But I'm excited to put all of our adventures in here and all the things that are going to help me remember this trip years to come. But yeah, so I hope that you like this little simple journal. Even though it has some flaws, I love it. But I hope that y'all join me again for another crafty creation in my closet again on another day. And I will see y'all next time, guys. Bye.